Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva, viva Las Vegas. Hi. Welcome to Hot Graves and Omens.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. My name is Fred Stewart, and with me as always is my lovely co-host.
Hello, it's me. It's Taylor.
Hi, Tay.
Hi.
And with us running cameras and sound is Marty Cowick.
It is I, the Marty Cowick he speaks of.
He speaks of.
Oh.
And as you can see, we have a fourth presence, technically. Also a fifth presence.
Yeah.
We just have
We
one in
have
the
five
corner.
people in this room. That's versus the usual three.
You know, there may be a sixth or a seventh presence, too.
Well, actually,
Technically.
we'll get to that.
Wow.
Not including Spirit the Turbo, of
Yeah,
course.
you
but
guys are forgetting one of the most important co-hosts
yeah.
on this show.
she's going to be asleep the next 5 minutes. But sitting in the center here.
Hello. My name's Joey.
Hi, Joey.
What's going on?
What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us here on Hot Graves and Omens.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You know, we met you at Fan Expo, and I've actually been a fan of your work for a very long time. And if we can actually show that up on the screen now, just some of the most insane, like, incredible carvings I've ever seen. Not only that, but your artwork is fantastic.
Yeah.
I bought them, and you give us fucking Batman playing cards.
He's never
Well, I
letting
think that's
that
an
go.
important part of establishing a good relationship. Giving Tim Burton cards.
Oh, dude, it's. I was like, when I bought the heart with the spider on it. I was super excited, and then I was like, I found those playing cards, and I'm like, he's the coolest dude ever.
Yeah, thank you so much for buying that. I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah.
And no, that helps a lot.
Of course,
So thank
man.
you.
Yeah, and so usually on this show, sometimes I usually like to bring up fun news stories, or not so fun news stories. Like last week, we talked about how Alabama used its first ever nitrogen-induced hypoxia death for their death penalty. But and then I talked about how a man farted himself off an airplane last week as well.
I heard about that.
And you know, you just kind of like. The world doesn't feel safe, anymore when it comes to stuff like that. And that stays, but the world did get a little safer this week, where a teen accused of taping fish to ATMs was finally caught in Utah. So not really sure why. His name was the Fish Bandit 84. He was just going around to ATMs and taping fish to the screens of ATMs.
Like live fish or like rubber fish?
Like dead fish that he went and I'm assuming he got from like a market or he caught.
Yeah. Like goldfish? What a psychopath. We
well,
should do this episode on him.
It kind of looks almost like a type of carp almost. It's very weird. His bio would say live, laugh, tape fish to ATMs.
Yeah.
That's the motto I live by.
Yeah, he had 102K followers on Instagram prior to his arrest, and he also said that no fish were harmed in the process, which
All the fish were harmed in the process?
I mean,
maybe they were already dead. Like he had a tank that wasn't doing well,
No.
and all his fish
See the
died
I was
already.
thinking he just bought the fish at a market.
It kind of looks like one of those Billy
but-
Bass things you put up on the wall and it sings to you.
yeah, it does, and it's what's just. I mean, he barely went to like. He did like 3 different trout. He fixed one to a police car at one point. The dude's been around.
What's he facing? Does it tell anything about? Has he been arraigned yet?
No, I don't think he's been arraigned yet. From what I can see, he says that he's allegedly facing charges. He's 17 years old.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine.
I hope they try him as an adult.
Yeah, dude, send him into the chair.
Well,
Yeah, fuck it, get him out of here, dude.
Yeah.
hypoxia.
Do it for the
Let's
hell
go.
of it.
It's just really funny to think of like you're standing in line. It's like late at night. You're like fucking ATMs, dude. It's like I hate being here. It's sketchy at night, and there's like 17-year-old in front of you. He's like.
You're like, that guy looks
and
fishy.
he's like, oh, dude, this
He
dude
smells fishy too.
Was like, this dude's just super sus, dude. Like, he's like, why does this dude keep looking at me? And then like he like scurries away, and you're like, what a weirdo. And then you go to punch in your code, and there's just a fucking fish taped to the front of an ATM.
You're like, how did I not notice that walking in?
Yeah, like
You just put in your pin. It's like, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
And then someone hit him with the old like kind of like a paradox question: if I tape a fish to my life, will someone come and fix it? And The answer is no.
No.
The answer is absolutely. There's just so many photos of him taping fishes to ATMs.
I like there's a variety of different fish. He didn't stick to just one. You know,
he also used one. Like some of them are like he uses like 3 pieces of tape, and then there's one where he just has one piece of tape.
Is it like packing tape, duct tape?
It looks like duct tape.
It looks like duct tape.
Duct tape or electrical tape. I think I'm most surprised about how like the adhesive tape actually was able to hold the fish in place.
Yeah.
What city is this guy in?
This was in Utah. His name is
Utah.
Troy Buswell. Of course, they fucking pulled his information down. But Troy, listen, man, you're here at HGO, dude. Yeah, he said, hey, Commonwealth, but Jesus Christ, Commonwealth Bank, fuck me. How about you service your fucking ATMs in Burnbury so punters like me will not have to tape fish to them so you have no choice to come and fix them.
Oh, is he just taping fish to broken ATMs?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
the Marvin Heemeyer of taping
I
fish to
am
ATMs.
absolutely on his side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that now. I am on his side.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
like,
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm on his side. I'm on his side if he's taping already dead fish.
Yeah,
to
well, I'm
ATMs.
assuming they're already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But if he's actively murdering fish to tape to ATMs, like,
well,
that's not cool.
Listen, this guy, he's like a young Marvin Heemeyer, dude. You know, like Marvin. He bought a Komatsu bulldozer, armor plated it, went to fucking on a rampage in Granby, Colorado. This kid's duct taping fish to ATMs.
It's a
Kind
little
of the same.
It's a little smaller scale.
Yeah. You gotta
little
start
bit.
small. Dude, next thing he's gonna do, he's gonna get a fucking little RC car, dude, like one of those little like Power Wheels, dude. Start taking out people's ankles.
Yeah, with fish taped to it. Like a little mini killdozer.
Oh, mini killdozer. Just like go like 2 miles an hour. Yeah. It's got
But instead of
cardboard.
him inside, it's just a fish in it. Yeah.
You know
I like
what?
that idea.
I've always wanted to do this soapbox derby here in Portland for the longest time, and I've been trying to think of like what would I do if I did a theme. I'd probably do Killdozer. Now that I think about it, I want to do a Killdozer soapbox, dude. That would rip. But
You tape some fish to it.
yeah,
It's carpe diem.
just like spray paint like fuck ATMs on the side.
Yeah.
Like all us commentators are like, we're not sure what it means, but we like his spirit.
It's not very ergonomic, but it may slow them down a little bit.
Like it's super slow. That's a real Komatsu bulldozer. Now, we have quite the episode ahead of us, and only one of you in this room knows what it's about.
2, because I told Kim.
Okay, so 2
I know where it is.
knows where it is.
I know nothing.
So, I talked about how we would travel from state to state talking about the state's most haunted legends. Welcome to Nevada,
Nice.
home of such places such as Primm, Good Springs, and Pucker Brush,
And just a shit ton of desert.
and Las Vegas, and desert.
Yeah.
Mainly just
Mainly
that.
desert,
Yeah,
yeah.
mainly desert. Yeah, mainly
Yeah.
just desert.
It's a lot of desert.
Also, aliens.
And aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
and lots of aliens.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking about ghosts this week,
Yeah.
no
And Art
aliens. Yeah. So, we are traveling to the land of sand and gambling to discuss their most well-known oddities, their ghosts.
Oh.
This is Nevada's most haunted.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, sounds super lovely. We first traveled to Tonopah, Nevada to talk about a motel in the middle of this year, Nevada. While I know this sounds like a setup for a cheesy horror movie, it is, in fact, much darker and much more confusing. Welcome to Motel de Payasos, a.k.a. the Clown Motel.
Oh, right.
I fucking knew it.
Fucking knew it.
I fucking
Yes.
called it. You said Nevada, and I was like, is it the fucking clown motel?
And I said, maybe, perhaps.
You didn't say it like that. You just didn't answer me, and I was like, yeah.
Well,
No.
can't give away all the secrets, right?
Well, no, but I still guessed it.
That's true. So, Tonopah had a growing and rich silver ore mine in the early 1900s, which was common for the state. I mean, it's, just they're everywhere. With the Belmont Mining Company being founded in 1902, Tonopah grew into a thriving and bustling community. In 1901, the first iteration of the Clown Motel was built. Well, at the time, it was not called the Clown Motel. I could not find what it was actually called, but I'm sure it's probably like the Tonopah Motel or Motel.
Like the funny inn.
Yeah, the funny. Yeah, it was called the You're gonna die in a mining accident motel. But it was a common area for the over 1,200 people who lived in Tonopah, who were obviously working in mines, working in the saloons. probably doing sex work, things like that. But with any mine comes a series of deaths to follow. Whether it be
As we've learned.
Yeah, listen.
We've learned this.
Give me like 4 more sentences and you're going to be like, again. But so whether it be from accidental or man-made creation, i.e. cave collapses, carbon monoxide deaths, or even murder. So they had a lot of dead people on their hands. So the Tonopah Cemetery was built in 1902 and it's fucking huge. It is a big cemetery.
I have a guess what they're going to do. Are they going to stack bodies?
Well, no, but they maybe. I don't know. But
probably.
Among those buried are the victims of the 1905 Tonopah Plague, which was a horrific disease that will lead to death within a few hours.
Jeez.
Dissections of the deceased would find that there was black and hard like stones inside the victims' livers, which is pretty fucking spooky. They did say that it had something to do with like, just like contamination between water and stuff like that, but it's kind of weird that like it's like and then you're dead within a few hours. Like it was pretty spooky.
And these are people that worked in the mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the early hours of February 23rd, 1911, a fire was identified deep in the Belmont mine. Newspapers reported that it had started at the 1,166 foot level. It's pretty deep. And there's people down there. William F. Big Bill Murphy, good old Big Bill Murphy, dude, BBM if you will, was among the men who had volunteered to go down, load up the miners. So he goes down, returns to the surface with a cage of rescued men. For a second time, he went into the now smoke-filled pit to rescue his colleagues. Despite the fumes, he was determined to go down for a third time, but it took a little longer for the cage to return to the surface. Eventually, the cage emerged, full of weary men, but no Bill. One of the semi-conscious men said that someone had fallen out of the cage on its ascent.
Oh, shit.
Everyone knew that it was Bill. His last known words before his final descent were, "Well, boys, I made 2 trips and I'm nearly all in, but I'll try again." Dude was a fucking hero.
Yeah.
In total, 17 men lost their lives that day, including 20-year-old Bill, whose grave in Tonopah Cemetery reads, "Died while saving others."
Big Bill Murray?
Yeah. Bill Murray's buried here.
Yeah. What if he was just Bill Murray, but just bigger?
It's the highbrow comedy you expect from HGO, dude.
What is happening right
It's just pure mania. In another fire they had, which the date isn't here, but I'm assuming it was 1914. Killed one man whose name is Clarence David. Now, the reason I mention Clarence David is because he's going to pop back up here. So, among other graves is Bina Veralt of New York, who made national headlines after her and her friend made a pact to become wealthy widows and collect clothes and jewelry to a today's value of $2.5 million from men they seduced in the town, or throughout towns around the area. Bina went on the run and later died in Tonopah after a horrific bout of alcoholism, which I assume was the only thing to do in Tonopah other than die in a horrific mining accident.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I didn't realize miners had such expensive clothes.
Yeah, see, when Wild Bill over here died from that rock crushed his head, I took his Gucci sneakers off of him. Still got a little piece of him on here, man. I still miss him. As you can see,
Come on, Versace helmet.
yeah, the Versace helmet, dude. It's like, yeah, this shit right here, it's a Supreme headlamp, dude. Pretty tight.
The tracksuits that were really popular in like 2011.
Oh,
there were those.
Yeah. So, as you can see, this town has a long history of misery and death, which is why, in 1985, Clarence David's children, Leona and Leroy, opened up a motel right next to the cemetery. Themed it after their dad's collection and his favorite thing in the entire fucking world, clowns. Taylor loves this.
Sure.
Which is kind of sweet, but at the same time also horrific. Because when you look at the clown motel, and you look immediately to the right, it is a massive cemetery. Meaning you could rent a room in one of the most haunted fucking buildings in Nevada, open the blinds, and see the most haunted cemetery in Nevada.
Well, it's just so scary, you know. You got to have something positive to
Yeah.
balance that out.
Hey, at least you're not those guys. Like, thanks, man.
Wasn't that funny? Look at that cemetery.
Look at my Versace fucking sweatsuit. All right. So sightings of dark silhouettes and poltergeist activity have been reported inside this creepy but oddly nice establishment. It's actually super nice. I look every so often and I just kind of like, you guys still open? You guys closed down? No, they're still thriving strong more than ever. They actually started doing themed rooms that are horror movie related, which I feel like is a bit much. But
Yeah,
I love
no,
it.
the hundreds of clowns weren't enough.
Yeah.
Very on brand.
The themed rooms are a bit much.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's dude, some of the rooms I was like, I won't fucking stay in there, dude, and that's pretty bad. But famously, the Ghost Adventures crew investigated here in 2015. They were able to capture on video a large clown doll moving its leg on its own, as well as a whole bunch of other activity like EVPs. It's a really fun episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's very fun. But Legends of the Hotel states that clowns inside the motel act as vessels for the spirits of dead miners past, possessing them in order to continue with their life here on Earth.
Well, there's nothing miners love more than clowns, so.
You know, possessing clown statues, excuse me, while I slowly unravel him. He's in here somewhere. There you are, champ. Like our dear boy, Chester.
Oh, hi.
He's probably haunted.
Oh, like
Probably.
He's got I like his little pants.
You wanna,
Yeah, he's got fun little pants.
You want to know the best part?
He's very heavy.
I bought that.
You bought that?
I bought that.
She hates clowns and dolls. She bought a clown doll.
It looks very unimpressed.
Well,
I mean, like,
Chester's not known for being super impressed, and
he's just kind of chilling though. I
Yeah.
thought, like, his little pants, like
I know.
he's cute.
he's very cute.
It's very cozy.
So, while you hold on to Chester, I'll finish the story.
Hi, Chester.
So, room 108 is considered to be the most active spots inside the motel. Guests have reported hearing disembodied voices, seen items move on their own, or even see items just go missing. Like, put a phone on the table, you turn back around, phone's gone.
They're like, that's funny.
Yeah, like, well, it's funny.
Like,
that you
well, it's a clown hotel.
I don't know what you expected.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly.
to make things even worse, this is all said to be thanks to a spirit simply known as the Trickster.
Yes.
This spirit has been seen coming from the cemetery right next door in the manifestation of a clown. Other guests have reported seeing the Trickster, who has been described as nearly 7 feet tall, standing at the foot of their bed while they wake up in a cold sweat.
Are there any clowns
Fuck
buried
that.
in the cemetery?
Not that I know of. Maybe one guy. He's like, hey guys, I know we're gonna die in this fire, but and then a
Yeah,
fucking
no.
rock crushes him, dude.
Fuck that. I'm sorry, if a 7 foot tall clown ghost appeared at the foot of my bed, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Could've
I'm
been,
done.
Well, it could have been like two shorter clown spirits inside of like a
on
big
top of
jacket.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love
And a
Jeff.
trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it to some ghost clowns that pull some shit like
They're
that.
like, you know what's gonna be really funny, dude?
They're like, imagine how many miners I can fit in here.
like fucking like 400 souls just like
They're-
pour out
It's
of the
like
room.
it's like Death and Scrooge.
Just their Louis Vuitton trench coat.
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
I knew that clown was used to be a miner. You know how I know? It's because he had that fucking Prada clown costume on. That's how you know, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the legend of the Clown Motel. Now, next up, we're gonna head to one of the most infamous places in the paranormal world. A place so haunted that TV shows, YouTube channels, paranormal enthusiasts, and so many other brave people go to constantly. Welcome to Goldfield, Nevada. Now, if you're a fan of Ghost Adventures like I am, Goldfield is fucking spooky bitch. Our first stop in Goldfield is that of the hotel with the same name. Can you guess what it is?
Goldfield Hotel.
It's got it, dude.
It's actually the Motel 8.
Yeah.
It's actually Motel 6.
It's the super Goldfield Hotel.
It's the Section 8 housing inside Goldfield Hotel.
It is the La Quinta Inn.
It's hell.
It's just a Wyndham Suites.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Chester back so he stops haunting the set. But Chester, you're gonna be a part of this. We're gonna put you down here.
I was gonna say I can hold him.
You want to hold Chester?
I can.
Here, you can hold Chester.
Here you go.
We're just passing
He's
him
just
along.
yeah,
Just pass the Chester.
yeah, passing the Chester. So the Goldfield Hotel was built in 1907 by the Hayes and Monette Syndicate. As at the time, Goldfield was a thriving mining community. Fucking surprise, surprise, right? And-
Color me fucking shocked.
What do I say about towns, Tay and Marty, about towns around this time? What happens to these towns?
People die in them and haunt them.
Okay, that's yes, but Taylor, what happens? What usually happens to towns between the years of, I don't know, 1880 to 1900?
I know this one. I
People
feel
get
like
sick.
I'm on a test.
Is it
Fucking,
disease?
they burn down.
That's correct.
They
They burned
fucking burn
to
down.
the fucking ground.
I say, what is the bubonic plague?
Yeah.
Yeah. So many times on the
I
show
lost
have we
'cause I didn't say
covered.
what is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I win.
So many times on the show have we covered just towns that just burn down.
Well, early America is pretty much all kindling.
Yeah, especially in Nevada, they're
fair,
like, you see that super flammable shit of wood? Build the entire town out of it. And surprise, surprise, on July 6, 1923, a devastating fire rips through Goldfield.
Yeah.
Grass.
This fire completely levels this town, wiping out 25 blocks in its wake before
Wow.
it stopped. So, 2 were killed by the way of fire, and 1 by way of heart attack due to the chaos. And I'm sure you could guess they rebuilt and did what they could in the wake of the tragedy, but over a year later, on September 29, 1924,
burned
another
down.
fire hits the town.
I think it actually was required that towns were required to burn down like 2 or 3 times.
I think so.
I mean, I think
'Cause,
they did like controlled burns, you know?
Yeah, they're
Of the
like,
entire town.
literally, if we wipe out mileposts 3 through 5,
Yeah.
we can build a Walmart.
Yeah.
I know they don't exist
Get a
yet,
few
but we're
tax
getting
breaks.
one.
We want that Walmart. Well, we got them Kindle Marts.
Kindle Mart. Come on down to Kindle Mart's right next to the fire store. It's just a burning building.
It's fire sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their favorite app was Tinder.
Oh, boo. So the town is devastated once more and never recovers after this. Also, in case you are curious, the town produced around $80 million worth of gold during this time. Just from mining.
Did
Wow.
that burn down?
No.
The gold? The gold
Why did they
burned
build
down.
with the gold?
No. Dude, the gold's somewhere, dude.
Yeah, we gotta
About
pay for
Indiana
that cable.
Jones's bitch. Now, as for the hotel, it went through a series of owners over the years. A private owner here, a private owner there, the U.S. Army during World War II, you know, the usual buyers. But the last owner, Red Roberts, did little to change the property after purchasing it in 2003. Today, his son owns the hotel. They do offer tours of the hotel, and guides believe that there is an alleged portal to the underworld inside the hotel.
It's a Red Robin.
Campfire sauce comes from somewhere.
Dude, honestly, we simply don't know. I'm pretty sure the guy who bought this is technically a bird. This guy might be a bird, dude.
Red Robert.
Yeah, dude. It's like, is that your dad? And just a little bird on the ground. He's like,
No.
yeah, that's my dad.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's my dad, dude. Don't talk to my dad like that. Just a little bird. Got a little top hat. And he's like,
It's like back.
I'm about to burn this fucking town to the ground again. And he's like, oh.
It reminds me of the time my mom was like, "Hey, can you send me pictures while you're on the Midway?" And I just sent her a picture of a bird on the Midway. I was like,
Yeah.
"Here you go."
Fucking
nature.
insane. While the hotel is rumored to be the home of permanent guests, one in particular stands out. That of a woman by the name of Elizabeth, which was a man named George Winfield's said to be mistress, who allegedly became pregnant with his child.
Oh.
While she was a
Sisters were
ghost?
so famous back then.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she wasn't a ghost.
That would be cooler.
Not yet. Not yet.
Future ghost.
Jumping the gun. Now, story goes that in order to protect his marriage, he initially paid her to stay away, but growing fearful of exposure, he ultimately chained her to the radiator of room 109 throughout the entirety of her pregnancy, where she was said to have cried out for hours on end, begging to be released. Winfield fed her food and water to keep her alive until the child was born, but then she disappeared altogether.
Wait, he chained her up to limit her exposure?
Well, just limited exposure of the affair.
You know what?
Oh, okay. I thought like to the fire.
Out of all
No.
the...
Just like, you're lucky you didn't go outside. The whole town's burning to the ground again.
You're lucky.
You know what?
You listen.
Look, you were hot enough to be my mistress.
Yeah.
Out of all the gender reveal parties I've seen on the internet, that one doesn't seem that bad to me.
Girl, it's in Nevada.
Yeah. They're like, what's it going to burn down? Sand? And they're like, no, the entire town again. They only had 2 of them, dude. It was crazy.
Stop having kids.
Yeah. It's a boy, girl. It's a fire. It's a devastating fire that wipes out the entire town.
Bonfire.
It's a boy. So one theory is that Elizabeth died at childbirth, while many suspect Wingfield murdered her. What's worse is rumor has it that her baby was thrown into a mine shaft or tunnel beneath the hotel. Many guests touring the Goldfield have claimed to see Elizabeth's apparition. Some claim to hear her crying, presumably Elizabeth calling out for her child.
There's just like mine tunnels beneath everything in Vegas, isn't there?
Yeah, this is even in Vegas. I think this is like, oh man.
What is the town called?
Goldfield.
Goldfield? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not Las Vegas.
Jesus Christ, Mark.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah.
The greater Vegas area.
Yeah.
I think the entire state of Nevada is the greater Vegas area.
Yep.
That's true. Let's see. How far is that from Las Vegas?
Vegas.
So that's 2 hours, 184 miles. That's basically Las Vegas. It's just a little bit off the strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
184 miles.
With everything so flat and on fire, you can be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I couldn't see it because all the flames in the singular mountain we have. But it's over there somewhere. It's probably on fire again.
It's our landmark.
Yeah. Just take a ride off 124. Go past the burning town.
Yeah, just watch out for all them tunnels with the babies in them.
Yeah, I know that those babies are down there and they got Gucci fucking headlamps. I know they do.
Or hear me
Yeah.
out. It's just the town that's on fire, so they look out and they're like, "You see that town that's on fire over there? That's where you want to go."
You think other towns got jealous? They're like, what are they?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be more specific.
So at the dirt road, you're going to take a left, and if you've reached a town that's not on fire, you've gone too far.
Honey, we're here. Burning up the sides of the car.
You go past the one town that's on fire. The next one's not yet, and then
It's coming.
it's after that.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Throw your kids in the well, and those ladies over there will take your jewelry.
Thank God, man. So other visitors have noticed a strong tobacco odor thought to come from the Wingfield's ghost. 2 other spirits are said to haunt the property. One of a woman who hanged herself, and another man who jumped to his death off the roof of the hotel. And then there's the stabber, who is said to randomly attack those who cross the threshold with a large knife.
That's better than the
Which-
shanker.
Yeah. But the stabber, it just says like he just like will come up and be like, yeah, and like kind of like jab at people. But that just might just be a fucking homeless person living in the middle of the desert, and he's like, stay away from my haunted hotel.
Now, yeah, like is that a ghost or is that just a man that's there?
It's a Tanuki from Final Fantasy, right?
Like you haven't really, you didn't really say if it was a ghost, so it might just be a man.
They say it's a spirit. It could just be a dude covered in sand. Being like, I'm a demon.
He's like, I'm most the knife at this point.
I've replaced my fingers with smaller knives.
It's my whole identity.
I look in the mirror and I don't even know who I am anymore.
Fire's washed away all my sins before this.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I saw Edward Scissorhands. Went to the doctor to get cosmetic surgery. Turns out, I don't know what scissors look like.
Yep, it's got.
It's awful.
I got pointy nails, and that's it.
It got pointy nails. God damn it. So, unsurprisingly, this town has a cemetery because, duh. But this one is quite unique, and I've seen this quite a bit. It is said to have an estimated over 1,200 people buried within its walls. Stories of grave robbing are common in this place, not in the modern day, I hope, but back in the day.
Was it those two ladies?
No, probably not. Just like fucking.
You got any Gucci in
Yeah,
there?
you got any Gucci in there? You got $2.5 million worth of jewelry that I can steal and then drink myself to death. While you explore the land of the dead, it is common to see names of those who have passed from so long ago, and that of the random tombstone that just says unknown man who died from eating library paste.
Oh.
Not sure what that means.
That's survival of the fittest right there.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Someone was real mad about that.
That's not a bit. That's just a thing.
That's a real thing. There is a tombstone inside that cemetery that just says unknown man died from eating library paste.
What the fuck is a library
It's
paste?
obviously
what I was
paste
wondering.
made of libraries.
Yeah. Well, see what
And
happened
if
was
you-
the library burned down, and we just mixed it with some paste and turned it
trying
into a
to glue
library.
it
And
back
that
together.
man really liked it. He just kept
Today
eating
we
it.
call it napalm. But
Yeah, well, you know. And listen, if you go to Joey Edwards' Twitch, right, you too can help donate to stop the end of libraries getting squished into paste.
now we're pro paste.
Oh shit, that's right. Taking those libraries
Give me
down.
that book paste.
So we'll just have
I don't
like,
need no fucking library. I got the internet.
We're gonna take all them burnt books and all them ghosts that come with them.
just like a giant garlic press. You're just squishing out libraries.
Yep. Bring that. Start bringing it in. But there are legends to this godforsaken place.
Did it
that-
say what the guy's name was? The guy that-
no, just unknown man.
Unknown man.
They have
Unknown
no
man.
idea who he was. They were like, they walked up and they're like, "What do you eat?" And he's like, "Library paste." And then he just died. And they're like,
I don't know what the
The
fuck
ghost guy.
that means.
well, and they're like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Man." It's like, "That's your last name?" It's like, "Yeah." What's your first name? Unknown.
Is that your library paste?
Yeah. So do you have your library paste eating card?
That was my name.
Yeah. His name.
It's a biblical name.
Yeah. It's really
What
fucked
if
up.
his name was library paste and he died from unknown man?
Oh shit.
It's more common than you think.
Or it was a man named Unknown Man who was eating a man named Library Paste. Yeah.
That's a nickname.
I miss Library Paste every day, dude. You just come in and be like, "It's my Library Paste," and then Unknown Man came in,
Yeah.
fucking ended him on the spot.
Yeah.
Now-
Me and the Stammer go way back.
But there are many legends to the cemetery, like that of John F. Meager. Want to say his name? It's fucking spelled. It looks like it's spelled. Who was found? Yeah, he was found dead in a
You
grave.
can't say that.
What?
Yeah, when he's what?
Huh?
Yeah, you can't say
What?
that.
Oh, Meager.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, dude. Can't cancel Joey right now, dude. Just like came on the podcast, done, dude. So he was found dead in a grave. While I know it's not surprising to find a dead guy in a grave, what is surprising is that it wasn't his grave.
Oh.
So he was 73 years old and feeble, and he was digging a grave for a service in the later days that was coming up. While digging, a rock came down, crushed his fucking head, and he died. So, not super great.
No.
But you're already there, dude. It's
Wait,
done.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who was the stabber?
They don't know.
There's a spirit.
Oh, okay.
He's the stabber.
But like, they don't have a story of how he got there or how he died.
No, dude.
No.
He was.
Okay.
He just is.
He died, went to purgatory, and they're like, "Would you stay on Earth? Or would you rather move on?" And he's like, "Can I stay around stabbing people?" And they're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah, why not?
How do you
dude?
feel about library paste?
Fucking hate that guy. So, as far as I know, the cemetery isn't accepting any more residents. But for those who are entombed there, they sure make a lot of noise. Guests to the cemetery have reported hearing disembodied voices, seeing orbs, strange lights, apparitions, the works. But maybe this final resting place isn't full of those who should be resting. Maybe they're just looking for some more library paste.
So that guy, he was just 73 years old.
Digging graves.
Which was that's impressive for.
I mean,
And
yeah. that's-
probably with a shovel, too. That's what it
living
seems
long.
like.
Yeah.
But, so he was just digging that grave, and then a rock just buried him in said grave?
Yeah, so he was digging, A boulder came down and just crushed him.
It's like
Hasn't
the,
that guy
that's
ever
it.
seen the movie
did the-
127 Hours? Like,
it's like the mousetrap of suicide.
And he's like, I have made a Rube Goldberg machine to kill myself. But he has to set it up like 20 times because he keeps, like, the marble falls off the track and he's like, fuck, climbs out of the grave and then like it finally works and the gun finally shoots and he's like, oh god damn it. So he has to set it all up again. He's like, fuck it, and just pulls a rock onto him.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Just
So-
And we were just digging
up on
dude,
the hillside. There's
you're
just
6
this
feet
guy.
deep.
It's like, I
dude.
used to
Yeah.
be the Stanford. Now I'm the boulder.
It doesn't say that it's like a cartoon sized boulder. It could be like a big ass rock.
He
in
was
that.
rocks
73
are
years old.
heavy.
It could
Yeah.
have been real tiny. He was very fragile.
Yes, Marty, rocks are heavy.
the rocks are heavy.
Good job, Marty.
But they just left him in. But he said he was found in not his own grave. So they just like,
Yeah,
he was
they're-
like,
they're like-
that's fine.
Well,
Anybody want to dig this guy a grave? He's like, well, he's already in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, fuck it.
so what it seems like
Unknown man
is
died
that,
of library paste.
Yeah. What it seems like is, from what I know from the story, is that someone came out to check on him,
Yeah.
being like, "You still digging graves?" And then was like, "Oh shit!" And then they went and got him out, and they're like, "Oh."
The answer is no.
And they're like-
he is not still digging graves.
He's fucking
digging
dead.
graves.
And
He
then
loves
they put
them.
him. They put him back into the hole that he buried.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean, it's like he kind of dug it.
At least he died doing what he loves, you know?
Yeah. Fair.
What? Getting his head smashed by a rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as you can guess by this list so far, we've gone to a lot of haunted hotels, cemeteries. They're fucking everywhere in this state. Like, I could go on and on and on and on about just haunted hotels, and I'm going to. But we're gonna take a little fucking detour, right? And we're gonna go to a saloon, baby. Let's fucking go. Sorry. Anyways, welcome to Virginia City, Nevada. And again, for longtime fans of Ghost Adventures, this place will be very familiar to you. And Taylor, you'll probably recognize this too.
Oh,
This is a place.
we'll see.
Yeah, what a better place to stop in Virginia City than the Washoe Club.
The name sounds real familiar, but I'm going to be honest, my memory is not very good.
Wow. That clown's taking her sentience.
It is.
Now, the history of Virginia City is the same for most ghost towns. They found silver, got rich, needed a place to party and bang. Classic Wild West shit. Yeehaw, bang, bang, bang. As for the club, it opened its doors on June 1st, 1875. And of course,
It burned down?
5 months after opening, a massive fire tore through the town, destroying a massive bulk of the business district.
How the fuck did I know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So they go like, ugh. Listen, gotta take your lumps. So they moved from B Street to C Street
Oh, of course, yeah.
into what is now their permanent position. As for the ghosts, eyewitness testimony and footage as being reported from here are that of like full-bodied apparitions, disembodied voices, poltergeist activity. And the Washoe Club has their infamous Blue Lady, an apparition of a, you guessed it, lady in blue. It's just like how there's every other lady in white story that
You
we
mean
hear.
she wasn't wearing a red dress?
No.
What the fuck?
Then she'd be the, the red lady.
The red lady.
Dude, that's why it's called the Blue Lady wearing blue dress.
You guys remember the white lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of colorful ladies.
Yeah. Well, the whole joke is that like every haunted location has like, it's the lady in white who's seen the pole on the stairs coming down in her gown as it flows. Every fucking place has the lady in white. Literally, the next time you go to a haunted place, like just on a tour, be like, got a lady in white ghost, and the tour guide's gonna be like, yeah, dude.
Let me tell
I
you.
was smoking
all
crack
about
behind the fucking behind the haunted house, dude. I saw her, dude. But she is commonly spotted at the top of the club's spiral staircase, because of course she is.
She's very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Yeah. Some have come to refer to the spirit as Lena and identified her as a former local prostitute who was murdered in the building. Legend states that her supposed killer is an unknown male entity that has also been spotted on the upper floors as well, possibly trying to stalk the ghost for get the kill one more time.
And eat library paste.
Yeah.
You're like, you got library pants.
Unknown man entity.
library
Yeah.
pants?
Library pants.
Those are the specific pants you wear to the library to eat library paste.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
full of a bunch of pockets so you can shove books up your ass. It's It's the only way to read.
It's like, listen, I got my library pays eating pants on, so you gotta give me the library pants.
You're gonna have to give me those library pants, dude. So another apparition has been seen here in the club is the young girl in a white dress. There it is, who seems to be frightened or shy of people who come to visit. Despite this, the young girl's supposed shyness, some visitors have reported being touched or grabbed by small invisible hands while ascending the spiral staircase, as if the child ghost is reaching out to them as they pass by.
Oh, that's delightful.
It's very delightful. It's very, very wholesome. So down in the bar area, the ghost of a former prospector is said to linger and cause mischief for fun because, of course, she is. Like, whoa, hey there, partner.
It's not a prospector. I'm trying to do that.
Me and my buddy Joe here are gonna fucking steal all the shit out of your pockets.
Where y'all got that paste there?
Yeah. He's got a library pants in his pockets. Like, the guy's like, pockets are moving. He's like, what the fuck? And they're like, the ghosts are just looking for library pants. Don't worry about
library
it.
paste?
Let it
in the
happen.
state. That and fires.
Yeah. You got any fire in your pockets?
I think library paste is like the 1870s fentanyl.
I don't think so.
Bet it is.
I don't think so because I feel like it'd be more of a problem.
I mean,
It's just
people
not
are dying
documented.
from it. It's a problem.
One guy died from it.
Person are dying from it.
All right. Persons, that's true.
Person are dying from it. He is correct.
Unknown man.
Yeah. So the prospector's spirit is said to often move bar stools around and knock them over or hold the bar's swinging doors open for women as they enter the building.
Oh,
Hey.
that's a nice little gentleman.
Like, I'm a prospector. I fucking died here.
Well, guess what? Chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. He is said to love a good shot of alcohol and shots of bourbon left on the bar after reportedly moved around by unseen forces. Dude's taking little fucking shots, dude. Dude's
That's the
feeling
kind
it.
of ghost I would be, I think.
It'd be-
Yeah, I
me too,
agree.
dude. That'd be me too.
Just be like a little polite, a little spooky, a little silly.
Yeah, you like, and then like one day, like somebody comes in to rob the Washoe Club, and you just turn into this fucking like Wendigo, and they're like, "That's the prospector. I can see his fucking Gucci belt." When left alone long enough, some say the bourbon in the glasses mysteriously vanishes. It's definitely not the barback drinking the bourbon, but you know,
He's just taking little sips.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a little sip.
So the saloon, yeah, the saloon is still open to this day. Little sips, you know, you're just feeling it. They are still open to this day, and they serve a bunch of fun paranormal cocktails. It's not important to the story, but I fucking love it. They have like ones that's called like the Ghost Orb or like the Lady in Blue.
That's
like
fun,
it's all
yeah.
just it's all themed around the hauntings
Yeah.
around the hotel or around the saloon. It's very, very fun. But we're gonna move away from the saloon. We've had our drinks, we've had our fill. Now we're gonna go to some place where you probably visit on a very boring road trip. But the next time you go on a very boring road trip, you're gonna want to stop here. So while researching this episode, I looked around for catchy headlines for haunted locations, and the Hoover Dam did not disappoint. It's the title simply read "The Hoover Dam and the Antichrist," which is fucking.
I mean, that's quite a headline.
That's quite the headline.
Yeah, that's how you get someone.
That's catchy.
It's a punk band name in the making. Yeah. So theories of the dam's hauntings are older than its satanic connections. Between 1931 and 1935, 112 people died during its construction.
Jeez.
well, also people jump off of it all the time too.
How
well-
many times did it catch on fire, though?
Never.
It actually caught on fire like 6 times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't tell you that in the history books.
But, dude, fucking
the
4
liberal agenda is trying to hide all these fires.
over 4 years, though, 112 people died is insane.
That's wild.
So legend has it that a few of those killed fell into the concrete while pouring and are now part of the dam
Oh.
itself, trapped inside their concrete tomb forever.
Ugh,
That's pretty gangster.
Pretty badass.
that sounds awful.
Not great. It's just you.
It's pretty bad.
It's like drowning, but worse.
Hey, frogs love it, though.
Yeah.
They're always finding like frogs like in cement, and they just pop right out. They're like,
Yeah, that's why I always try to do something fun where like I know the city's gonna come back and like redo it, so I'll put like a whole like 2005 Honda Civic in there.
Have you guys seen the Chicago rat print?
Yeah,
By the way, like,
they put money and change in it.
it's my favorite.
it's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
So these souls are likely the ones responsible for the paranormal activity reported over the decades since the dam's completion. driven to Stark in the afterlife after the horrific deaths crippled their chances to cross over. Visitors to Hoover Dam often noticed like temperature drops in hallways and lights flickering. They've also heard the sound of water dripping, a foreboding sign of leaks and destruction, only to find that everything is airtight and operating as normal.
It's just some guy in the corner just making the like drip sound with his mouth.
Yeah.
Just flicking the lights a little.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's like, oh my God, it's a ghost.
Yeah.
So it's damn now I'm all dripping.
If the theory of workers drowned in cement is just an urban legend, there is another but much more significant case of drowning involving the dam. And Marty, this next session is just simply titled "A Watery Grave," and I immediately thought of you.
Yeah.
Come join us in our watery grave. Yeah. It's one of the fucking funniest jokes I've ever heard. So, Dave Chappelle. But the townsfolk of St. Thomas, Nevada, noticed that as the Hoover Dam began to rise, so did the waters of Lake Mead. Government officials told everyone they had to evacuate the city in 1935. When construction of Hoover Dam ended and Lake Mead had settled, the town of St. Thomas was nearly 60 feet underwater.
Oof.
Wow.
No one...
That's worse than 50 feet.
Technically true. No one ever verified to make sure that the entire town was evacuated. After more than 70 years, the water levels had receded from drought.
So this is because they put the dam in and it raised the water level up above
It just
Okay.
just buries this town in water.
They're like, we're real tired of this reputation of everyone
like,
being on fire.
Yeah, that's what I was
No
gonna
one's going
say.
to burn this down.
Yeah. Now, thankfully to just, the constant fucking we do to our atmosphere and things getting hotter and the droughts that we've been experiencing, the ghost town is now visible and exposed. So that's super fun. Parts of the town have risen to the surface over the decades since its initial flooding. 1945, 1963, and 2012 offered glimpses of the remains of St. Thomas. But things look a lot different now than when Hugh Lord paddled away in a canoe in 1938, becoming the last known resident of St. Thomas to leave.
It's probably a lot more muddy.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'd say you're actually probably
Lots
right
of
on that one.
catfish
Yeah.
hanging out in there.
Yeah.
Dudes taping fish to ATMs.
Yeah. That's what
yeah.
Dude's driving from Utah
Yeah.
to Nevada.
Yeah.
Stealing fucking fish.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are,
Coming
these are
back.
ghost fish gonna get them ATM monies.
Getting these
I
devil.
was thinking just like fish sitting at the saloon.
Oh.
Like,
Just drinking.
Yeah.
Like a fish.
yeah.
Just
Exactly.
like it's like you swing open like the saloon doors. It's like
Yeah.
and then like
It's just like
a catfish with a comically large mustache and a cowboy hat. It's like
There's like 7 fish that just turn around to look at you.
just making noise.
Old Jasper holds the door open for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
He's like, welcome to my haunted
Like,
saloon.
oh shit, that's a fucking fish with a handgun.
Bet you never seen no spooky shit like this.
So something always gets left behind because there's always something lost in the
That
flood.
just sounds fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun. And sometimes the things that get left behind is a life. For those who stayed with nowhere to go or did so out of anti-authoritarian pride, the town of St. Thomas brought forth their demise. Any entity left behind 60 feet deep under the surface of Lake Mead would have plenty of reason to haunt the contemporary dam. Workers at the dam have reported instances of tools going missing, equipment being tampered with, and malfunctions occurring at roughly the same time every day. It is clear that these drowned poltergeists want to sabotage the Hoover Dam. Now, not all who rest at the bottom of Lake Mead are there because of the dam's construction. Some are there by choice. In 1935, it is estimated that over 100 people have jumped from some part of the Hoover Dam to their deaths, which fucking adds to the death toll of like at least almost 300 people, right? Even the Hoover Dam's bypass bridge as a frequent site for the suicidal to attempt their final act of this world. The bridge may have been free of any suicides for the first year and a half, but it did not take long for that to change. 5 individuals over the next 2 years took their lives at the bridge. Apparitions of jumpers appear late at night, walking across the part of the dam where cars are no longer allowed to travel over. Unsuspecting workers are especially startled when spotting these apparitions, remembering that the public isn't allowed on the bridge after hours. Those who have plunged into the depths of Lake Mead, the largest manufactured lake in the world, or into the carnivorous basin where the canyon meets the dam, are forever tied to Hoover Dam.
The carnivorous basin.
Yes.
It's gonna eat you.
It's got So when the waters have receded, the reservoir dried up, the rest of the world is crumbling, the Hoover Dam will still stand. Even if Baphomet crosses the Arizona-Nevada line to begin his global destruction, or all ghosts rise from beneath the waves.
I
the
totally
dam.
forgot there was a satanic connection.
Hold on. The dam will not fall.
about
I just
Satan.
wanted to hit that last line.
That's how it gets you.
I forgot about Satan.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot he was a
That's
part
the
of this.
devil's best trick.
So the whole
I
satanic...
forgot about the whole thing. And, like, I was like, oh man, there's like been a lot of deaths, there's some ghosts, and then you're like, and then there's Satan.
Well, okay, so backtrack a little bit.
Please,
The whole satanic angle of this is, I say ridiculous, even though I just talked about the fact there's ghosts and a guy drowned himself in a lake. But
I like the
it's
fish drinking at the bar.
Yeah.
that's all you need. All right. Basically, they believe that it was some part of like some satanic ritual done by the Illuminati. It's fucking. What?
Maybe.
Everybody just got really quiet.
We were letting you talk. Jesus.
Go off, King. Go off.
I don't have a manic cam today. Joey's in my manic cam with me. That's fucking wild. Everybody have fun so far?
No.
I don't know if fun is exactly the word I would describe, but I found it very interesting.
This is delightful.
At least somebody cares.
Jack hates it.
Well,
Jack is.
Jack's also looking the wrong way. But if this way.
He's trying to use.
Oh,
good
he's trying.
job.
There you go.
He can
He was
smell
trying to
you.
use the computer, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta give him a break.
How to buy new eyes online.
So we have traveled all around Nevada for the last hour or so.
Wait, what was the Satan angle?
The Satan angle is that they were saying that like they basically believe that the dam was built to house satanic rituals. It was something involving like ley lines and shit. It's fucking just typical satanic panic bullshit of them being like,
elaborate.
The devil lives
lot of work.
underneath the fucking lake and he's coming up.
which is also doesn't help is that Lake Mead. This will also tie into Las Vegas here in a second. By the way, we're going to Las Vegas. But the Lake Mead, as it's been receding more and more, you've been seeing on the news, they've been finding fucking bodies inside Lake Mead, inside like barrels and shit from the mafia.
Oh yeah. I've
So
heard.
maybe those spirits are also just kind of like,
I'm turning into a catfish with a gun. I'm going to Hoover Dam.
and then they just like swim upstream.
I mean, dams themselves are like as scary enough as it is. I don't know. I have a weird fear of dams. Like, I mean, you
Mostly
jump,
just
you could,
breaking.
You could, yeah, they could break and just flood everything, or
Yeah.
you could be like, I don't know, like swimming up behind it and get sucked under and.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe don't swim up behind a dam.
Yeah, no.
That might
I'm gonna-
solve
I
your
just- What if
worry.
you fall off the side on the light side? You're like, at least I only fell like 50 feet. But
Yeah, dams freak me out too. I'd rather be in front of a dam or be in front of a dam than behind a dam.
oh, good, then there's
You're
now
on
there's,
one
satanic
side.
Dams.
I want to get.
What damn nation?
Let me think about the best way. I want to get blown, not sucked. Is the best way to describe that. I don't want to get fucking sucked into a goddamn turbine
Get
and
sucked
turn.
and then blown through the turbine.
I don't want to get turned into a fucking catfish demon. All right. I'm not gonna let it, 'cause that's my God-given right as a fucking patriot.
I'm not gonna let no kid take me to no ATM.
Yeah, not again.
I've heard the bars are nice.
Yeah,
That's if the catfish don't.
Yeah.
it's catfish. Don't get you,
We're gonna take your idea.
It's catfish country. So
Get
dude.
yourself scared enough.
That's where. Listen,
that's
Hoover-
Johnny Catfish over there, and he'll fuck you up.
That's not the pink lady at all.
Yeah. Hoover Dam, listen. Taylor just gave you the best tagline, and we can sell it to you. Just start calling the Hoover Dam. This is catfish country. Doesn't mean you don't even have to have catfish.
Yeah, just
There-
really bad.
There might
internet
not even
security.
be fucking fish inside Lake Mead. I don't know. It's funny. Anyway, we finally arrived to the place you've all been waiting for. Welcome to Las Vegas, you spooky bitches.
I was waiting for Las Vegas. You were right.
God, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Up top.
Yeah.
You guys are so far apart.
Up top, completely across the room. As we arrive into the city of sin, it's not hard to imagine all the fucked up stuff that has happened over the years. Organized crime, terrorism, random acts of violence stain the blood-covered poker tables of Las Vegas. So let's break it down. Yes.
You said that I've been there and somewhere that we're going to talk about?
Yes.
I know it.
Hold your thoughts.
Okay.
I know it.
Yeah.
They're going to be gone in about 2 seconds.
Well, you've actually been to a couple. You've been to a couple of these places.
I ain't got no thoughts now. They're gone. You made me wait too long.
Yeah. So our first stop in Vegas is that of its most well-known landmark. It's a thing that you see when you fly into Vegas at night. It is one of the most fucking obvious things in the entire world. Something that literally lights up the sky. Welcome to the Luxor.
Oh.
A giant fucking. It's literally the third largest pyramid in the world.
Yeah.
It's massive. Ask anyone, they'll tell you the Luxor Hotel Casino is one of the most haunted establishments in the Vegas Strip, if not the most haunted on the Strip itself.
I just like their statues.
Their statues are fun. Once we get through the Luxor, I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but do the ghosts that reside in the hallways seek to create more ghosts through the grisly accidents and incidents? Or is the Luxor's dedication to ancient Egypt has offended a millennium-old spirits?
I'm going to go with that one because I like the sound of that one better.
Probably a bit of both. No matter the cause, the body count of Luxor Hotel steadily increases over the years. Though it was built recently as 1993, the Luxor has gone numerous and extensive renovations to increase in size. I mean, it's fucking super weird. The hotel originally featured a Nile River tour that allowed guests to take a tour through the pyramid, where they would see various artifacts and artworks collected by the Luxor. For a hotel and casino just shy of 30 years, the Luxor has a significantly high number of murders, suicides, and unexplained deaths. I actually was talking to somebody who runs a very, very fun Haunted Vegas account about the Luxor.
Like bank account?
No.
Like a TikTok account.
Okay.
Where they go and they talk about haunted locations. And she said, out of all the places she's been in Vegas, she's been fucking everywhere investigating haunted places. She says the Luxor is the fucking most haunted. There's just something about this place that.
What's her name? What's her email address? What's her phone number?
Shut the fuck up for 2
Social
seconds.
security number.
Word on the Vegas
What's her
Strip.
credit card?
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God. Word on the Vegas Strip is that Egyptian-themed resort is haunted more so than any other hotel casino in the city of sin. The frequency of these incidents can lead to some to suggest the place is cursed.
Ooh.
Cursed.
Ooh.
Cursed.
Oh.
Cursed.
Ah.
Thank you, Marty. So which is it? Cursed or haunted? Both?
Haunted.
It's haunted.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta go, doctor, dude. I got content. So, the sky beam emitted to the top of the Luxor Hotel Casino Pyramid is considered one of the brightest things on Earth when operating at full power. However, it is unquestionably dark energy that, comes through the interior of the hotel. I have walked in the first time I ever walked in the Luxor Hotel, not really knowing the legends behind it.
Yeah.
I walked in and immediately felt uneasy. It's just something about the dogs are going off again. There's something uneasy about the feeling inside this hotel. The Sphinx that guards the entrance to the behemoth of a pyramid is no doubt iconic, but it's missing something. Another Sphinx, according to texts concerning ancient world and hieroglyphics, Sphinxes likely come in pairs. The purpose was to guard an entrance, whether to a city or to a bounty of treasure. The Sphinx that guards the Luxor, containing the entirety of the casino's wealth and the lives contained in thousands of hotel rooms, is likely left on its own.
Oh.
The defense is not airtight, obviously, and something has gotten in. Tourists and residents alike, down on their luck, at wit's end, tired without hope, whatever the cause, a number of suicides that occur each year in a Las Vegas hotel room is staggering. The accurate figures are unknown due to the tendency of hotels to not report such grisly incidents. You're less likely to want to stay in a room where brain matter and a bullet hole once decorated the wall, or sit in a dining room where someone threw themselves over a railing and fell to their death. Makes sense. No matter how many reports are stifled by the privilege of controlling information, the news finds a way. Obviously, sometimes it emerges as a whisper, sometimes it appears as an urban legend, sometimes tales are told to attract attention, and sometimes they jump out a window directly onto the strip, which happens.
You said that.
It's like a pyramid. Wouldn't
Yeah,
they
that's
roll
what I was
down
gonna
to the
say.
street?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's directly onto the strip. I mean, they might make it eventually onto the strip.
Adjacent to the road.
Yeah.
You
like a big
say
ramp.
that like you walked into the Luxor and you knew like that it was
Haunted.
haunted. Meanwhile, I'm just like, look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's
That's
definitely like an air of sadness there.
it's just I like the Luxor for its the sake of gambling in it. It's very fun, but every time I walk in there I just feel weird. It just has this fucking weird vibe, and I'm not sure, just something about
Yeah.
it.
I walked into the Luxor and just was immediately just trying to keep my drunk friends from climbing the statues. So
That sounds about
about
correct.
right.
Yeah.
They seem very inviting.
Yeah. So the news may get out, but as reputation of Luxor demonstrates, there are things that never leave. The tortured souls that met their end amongst the mass-produced furniture, dusty remotes, and stained sheets seem to be stuck in this world, unable to move on. These entities are likely to be the source of Luxor's haunted notoriety. Hotel room staff might not tell you, but the rooms with the more paranormal activity than others, rooms that you shouldn't stay in. But the unsuspecting people or couples or families that take the room they're offered, one that's available, and proceed with their vacation thinking nothing will happen to them, they're fucking sorely mistaken. And such is the case with room 318, or oh god, 30,018.
That's a lot of room.
That's a lot of room.
30,000?
That's what it says. It says 30018. So maybe it's like 30th floor, room 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Features a metallic noise that clings like clockwork every morning at 8:30 a.m.
That's just the plumbing.
That's probably. I mean, probably. It's like he wakes up at 8:29. He's like, I gotta take a shit.
That's probably that guy killed himself hanging in the pipe over there.
He's like, he goes, I'm trying to take a dump in here. Listen to me, shit. I'm a ghost. So the kind of noise that no amount of hotel pillows can snuff out, the entity that refuses to show itself to any guest clearly wants the living out as soon as possible. This ghost is clear with a sense of personal space. Multiple rooms have been seen to be haunted by the same blonde woman. Though it is unknown if her stay at the Luxor is for business or pleasure, one thing is certain is that the Luxor blonde has a thing for strangulation. Not her, of course, but the guests who are unfortunate enough to occupy her bed. Numerous visitors have reported waking up and feeling hands gripped tightly around their necks.
Are you sure it's not an orangutan?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
That was in Belgium.
No monkeying around.
Yeah.
You never know. This is Vegas, after all.
You know what? You got a point, but it's blonde. So the people awake, like grasping for air, their hearts ready to burst. When they check the room for any sign of intruder, there's nobody there. The majority of these guests have also reported that night before being woken up from with their necks in a ghastly grip, they were in the middle of a dream. But not just any dream. They were dreaming about an unknown blonde woman. It is unclear what happens if you dream of a brunette. All right.
So is the blonde woman strangling you? Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Oh, okay.
You're like, harder.
That's my
She's like,
king.
no,
I'd
never
like
mind.
room 318, please.
She's like,
Can you make room?
let me get that room from you.
Sorry, that's booked.
Yeah. It's like it's booked out for the next 17 years. It's the same guy.
You're like, waiting's also making.
I'll wait here all fucking week if I have to. Vacationers in the Luxor have seamlessly experienced more paranormal activity while staying in the pyramid portion of the hotel casino as opposed to the towers full of rooms. The casino wants to squeeze more money out of you, but the entities in the hotel want to take your fucking life. There they go again. Some hotel guests may not see the Luxor blonde, but they do wake up finding it difficult to breathe, their heart palpitating, drenched in sweat, the pillows, sheets, everything's fucking coated. Probably ectoplasm. And
It's Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
It's piss.
Yeah.
Also, guests without a history of heart trouble have reported experiencing intense chest pains in the Luxor. It is hard to get a good night's rest while it looks like you're ready to... Huh?
When you're on that much coke.
Yeah. My fucking chest hurts, dude.
It's like, who else can't go to sleep?
Yeah, it's hard to obviously get a good night's rest when you're worried that you're going to get fucking choked to death in your sleep.
Yep.
The sound of fist hammering against your door in the middle of the night when security reports the hallways are empty, a shadow figure that exists in your periphery, just fast enough to move in the nanosecond before you could turn to confront it. Whatever troubles the Luxor does not want you to sleep. It doesn't even want you to be comfortable. That's because the spirits of the Luxor want you out.
Ooh.
Now, our next location is another clown-themed establishment. Chester.
That's great.
Yes.
Hi, Chester.
I'll have you hold him again.
Yeah.
Spirit really wants to say hello.
Chester,
to
how
him.
do you feel about clown thing establishment?
Kill.
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 Stab him, stab him.
Got the library paste.
So, Circus opened its funhouse doors in 1968. Since then, has become one of the most famous hotels and casinos in Las Vegas. Considering that Circus as both a hotel and casino has hosted tens of millions of people over the past 5 decades, it is not hard to believe that it has also been the site of a multitude of horrific crimes, the latest of which being June 1st, 2018. On that night, 2 people were found dead in their hotel room, the victims of a cold-blooded murder.
Ooh.
The Vietnamese couple who were visiting the casino on vacation had been brutally stabbed during what turned out to be a robbery gone wrong,
Jeez.
leaving behind a horror show in this room.
Have you been to Circus?
I have been to Circus.
I have not, but I
I
don't
have not.
have any particular reason why I think this, but when I think of the Circus, I feel like immediately it's gang affiliated. Like mafia affiliated.
Yeah.
Immediately. No
And like,
reason for
hey,
it.
yo,
it's
you know what?
funny,
We
like
need
a bunch of
here
clowns,
in
huh?
Vegas.
Well, it was made in 68. So
Yeah.
I just in my head I'm like, yep, no, that's mafia affiliated
I mean, it's-
immediately.
We need a name that doesn't sound like a mafia.
How about we make it a circus? I got one even better. Circus.
Double circus.
All right.
Circus squared.
No, listen. Whoever's decided to call it just circus, you're whacked. Whoever said circus, it's got a fucking new job.
Circus squared.
Circus
basically.
squared. Yeah. You're whacked as well. So the reputation doesn't end there with this horrific murder, obviously. With a tale of a murder that has attached itself to Circus over the years comes more whispers about paranormal activity. To little surprise, guests of the hotel and casino have long been reporting the strange sounds, moving objects, and wandering spirits. Some of these hauntings have a ring of familiarity. The room furniture being misplaced or the sound of whispering in the halls. But other phenomena, like the ones that the casino is most well known for, is that the guests really have the guest employees looking over their shoulders. And it all starts in room 123. Many years
123.
ago. Huh?
1, 2, 3.
That's correct. Many years ago.
Marty, you can count.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to start this a third time. Jesus Christ. Marty's dumb. We get it.
Yeah.
Many
How
years
about this?
ago.
Try it a 4th time. Here you go.
Many years ago.
It's a circus, a murder.
You're about to go
I'm looking for
swimming
something to
with the-
bludgeon myself with.
You're about to go swimming with the fishes or drinking with them at the bar.
There we go.
I guess I'm the fucking clown in this episode.
Yeah.
Got 2 of them.
Kill your family. All right. So many years ago, a woman and her young son were found dead in an apparent murder-suicide. See, that's why I got rid of the clown thing. It's not funny. What drove the woman to take her child's life then was her own, will never be uncovered, obviously, but the reverberations of that horrendous act are still being felt in the hotel to this day. Now, loud screams and a child's plea for help can be heard coming from that room and the hallways surrounding it, with the words, "Help me," have appeared on numerous occasions across the bathroom mirrors, and was it fucking vestiges of a helpless child still trapped in the moments before his untimely death, just fucking living his death over and over again, trapped. Staff have seen him time and time again, wandering the halls on the first floor, crying out, begging for help, and searching desperately for something.
Just sink children.
Yeah.
They gotta climb up.
I'm looking for library paste.
That might not have been the kid asking for help. It might have just been the one maid for the entire airport just asking for help. Like, please help me.
Understaffed.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to room 3000.
Yeah. We're so fucking understaffed. Sometimes he's even seen hand in hand with his mother, the two of them appearing in hallways and asking about a man named Robert. Of course, they would disappear quickly, never leaving a trace or a clue of who Robert might have been. Would uncovering his identity help the history better understand what happened in the room that night? We'll never know for sure, but many still believe that Robert might hold a key to understanding this grisly murder. The tale is tragic, but the other strange things that are witnessed on the property, like the 3 male apparitions who have been seen in the kitchen, or the sounds of screams that can be heard outside of the top floor windows.
Are the 3 male apparitions stacked up together? Or?
Probably not.
They're in that one big coat.
Yeah, that's what
With the clowns.
like, it's a circus.
The clowns are back.
So you see this big one? His name is Tiny. See the small one?
Yeah.
His name is Big.
His name is Big. See this middle one?
Yeah.
That's fucking Steve. He's
They're all riding on a little
That's
tricycle.
Big Bill Murray.
Yeah, big filmer.
He's like, hey, it's me.
Well, in reality, as they say, it is often stranger than fiction. And a look at the casino's past tells us everything we need to know. The truth is, the death is no stranger to Circus because of one man and one man alone, and one of the most prolific serial killers at his time. He wasn't a serial killer at all. He was a maniac, monster, whatever. He was a fucking businessman. Over the past 5 decades, Circus has seen a great deal of success, undergoing countless expansions and renovations to make it what it is today. Now it is nearly an overwhelming 23,928 square feet of casino space, attached with 3,767 hotel rooms, a fucking circus, and an amusement park.
How many doorknobs?
You could fit so many clowns in there.
We are on. Slaps the circus. You can fit so many clowns in there.
I just got the 2 most insane things back to back. How many doorknobs do you think are there? And then Joey just goes, you can fit so many clowns in there. Dude, it's almost like you've been part of this podcast. It's just... but it wasn't always this way, obviously. When it first opened by Jay Sarno and Stanley Mallon in 1968, the casino was modest, only offering a few blackjack tables, roulette wheels, crap tables, slot machines. It was well received, especially by families passing through, but it failed to get the attention of the infamous Las Vegas high rollers. It needed to make its mark.
That's when the mafia came in.
Well, the mafia probably was the one who funded this, to be honest.
Honestly, probably, yeah.
Yes. This happened for one big reason. They didn't have a hotel. It was just a casino at the time.
Is it because like the first one was Circus and it burned down, so that's why it's Circus?
Legend states if you're standing inside the casino late at night, you can see the ghost of a fucking lion on fire.
Circus 2, Electric Boogaloo. They just couldn't come up with anything more creative. They're just like, oh, the circus again. So
Yes. So, Taylor, you were talking about organized crime.
Yeah.
So, without big spenders, Circus soon found itself nearing financial ruin, leading to the desperate owners to seek out $23 million loan from the Teamsters Pension Fund, which at the time was deeply connected to the American Mafia and other enterprises in Chicago.
I had literally no basis. No basis. The circus just seems like it would be affiliated with the mafia.
It's because she's fucking Italian. She knows.
Yeah, she's related.
Gabagool.
Stop telling all my fucking secrets.
Gabagool.
Their intention with the money was to build a hotel that would attract more high rollers to the casino, which they did in 1972, completing a 15-story tower that offered 409 rooms. The addition was a success, bringing more gamblers and burps and shit, and also it brought new business partner from Chicago, Anthony.
Who was also the mafia.
Okay, yeah, his name was Anthony Spiltoro.
Yep, that's the mafia. Look at that.
You're gonna love
Anthony
this.
bunch of clowns.
You're gonna love this next sentence.
Yeah.
Anthony John Spiltoro, nicknamed Tony the Ant.
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that.
I just think that's a really because you hear like Babyface Nelson because he had a fucking child's look face, kind of like a little baby face.
He's just a little tiny guy.
Tony the Ant.
Yeah,
He's probably this big.
yeah, that he was fucking gigantic. I hope he was just huge.
Yeah.
But I just think Tony the Ant is like one of the coolest fucking names. For like you're like hey, bring him to me. It's like Tony the Ant, please, and he's like, gonna have to fucking send you down into the ant hole. There's just a pit in the middle of Circus.
His nephew is like, Uncle Tony. He's like, actually, it's Tony the Ant.
It's Tony the Ant. He was an infamous American mobster for the Chicago outfit and the real-life inspiration for Nicky Santoro, a character played by Joe Pesci in the 1995 Martin Scorsese film Casino.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah. I knew Scorsese was going to be
How do
there.
I do? It's like I got, what is it? ESP?
Yeah. It's like you have ESP for Mafia.
ESPN.
It's called being a town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the fucking sports channel, but it's just me. That guy's in the fucking mafia.
Yeah. We call it an educated guess. So, in fact, much of the movie was based off of Spatoro's time in Las Vegas, a connection to Circus. Spatoro, the leader of the hole-in-the-wall gang, was put in charge of the casino's gift shop as a cover for his illegal business dealings. In reality, he was managing the outfit's casino profits, known as the Skim, for both Circus and other mafia-owned casinos on the Strip, as well as pulling off numerous robberies and contracted assassinations. I want to cover this dude in HGO one day because it's just like I like mafia shit. It's just like fuck, it's wild.
Okay,
but
that circus skim.
Well, we
Get it right in the yoke.
Well, I'm sure if you wiped your hand on any slot machine in Circus, you're gonna get some of that circus skim.
Yeah.
And
it's mostly clown.
Oh,
Ghost.
it's mainly dead clown.
It's that ectoplasm
It's
we talked
ecto
about
clowns.
earlier.
It's just piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's piss.
It's also that.
Mostly piss.
Yeah. Spatoro did well for many years, was rumored to be responsible for a dozen of brutal mob hits in the area, including, but not limited to, throwing people out of hotel rooms. Like, out of the fucking windows.
Well, that explains the
Just just like break away, like the glass, like just falls to their death. Like,
Are we
Should have not messed
sure?
with Tony the Ant.
Are we sure he didn't go to the Luxor
Yeah. That would add up.
and just rolled people down?
Yeah.
Because like,
well, here's the thing.
trying to
Luxor
talk him
was
into
built in the
having
90s.
Oh.
maybe he came back.
Yeah.
Maybe. But he would eventually get greedy and overstep his boundaries, putting him on the wrong side of his employers and leading to his own bloody and gruesome murder on June 14th, 1986.
There you go. He wasn't at Luxor.
No. You can't tell me that
You
his
fucking
ghost
don't know.
wasn't
Was he
at the
murdered at
Luxor.
the
No
Luxor?
one kills Tony the Ant except for fucking Raid.
Many of the ghosts that linger in
Never
Circus. Yeah, it's just dumb. Yeah. Many of the ghosts that linger in Circus today have been attributed to Spatoro, and it isn't hard to imagine. There's never been a final count of the murders he's been responsible for, but it's well known that many of them must have taken place in or around Circus. Maybe Spatoro himself is even one of them, strutting across the casino floor like he still runs the joint.
Maybe he just went for a walk on the Strip and made himself down to the Luxor. And
Maybe. Never know.
continue to shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a walk, but kind of cab maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can't say ghosts can't teleport.
it's true. So,
who's gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
I mean, they walk through
now,
walls,
Chester,
so it's
tell
like
us,
a
can
circle.
ghosts teleport?
Kill. Kill. Buy Dogecoin to kill.
Chester.
Secrets.
So, Dogecoins we don't use that anymore.
Shut up. Kill.
I'm like, all right.
You sheep.
I lost all my money.
Please, someone start buying Dogecoin.
My wallet got murdered.
We continue on our drunken haunted tour through Las Vegas and wind up at another historic casino. Welcome to the Westgate. The Westgate Resort Casino is a hotel, casino, timeshare resort in Winchester, Nevada. Just pretty close. Not necessarily Las Vegas, but located close to the northern end of forever partying Las Vegas Strip, the historic resort opens its doors to the public in 1969, as the International Hotel. It was also known as the Las Vegas Hilton for many years before taking its current name in 2014. From 1981 until 1990, Westgate held the title for the largest hotel in the world. The hotel was a site of previously part of the defunct Las Vegas Park, a historic racetrack. In 1965, the 400-acre allotment, I'm about to fucking burp again, was purchased by National Equities, a real estate development firm, yada, yada, yada. He announced that they were going to, make, a fucking, add 1,500 more rooms, a golf course, making this whole thing. They ended up adding a lot more rooms than that. After a multitude of expansions and millions upon millions of dollars of renovations, in 1981, the hotel was, left in tragedy. On the night of February 10, 1981, a major fire occurred at the hotel.
There it is.
Yep.
Had to get one more fire in.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot. I told you we'd kill.
Was it funny though?
Yeah. Philip Bruch Klein, a hotel busboy, was under the influence of drugs, set fire to a curtain in the elevator lobby on the 8th floor of the East Tower.
That's like the first explanation of a fire we've gotten so far.
I know. Usually
Yeah.
they just.
He just was like, I wonder what this is gonna do, and then he's like, oh.
No.
Yeah. The fire quickly spread and claimed the lives of 8 people, while another 350 were injured while trying to evacuate. It only took 25 minutes for the fire to reach the top floor of the building, which is fucking fast.
Yeah.
So,
That's terrible.
little fire science. A fire will double in size every 60 seconds. Right?
Yeah.
So you got to think about how big this fire must have been if he was on the 8th floor and it just burned its way to the top in a matter of fucking 25 minutes.
That's awful.
That's hot.
I guess it's
That's
about
hot.
as big as a hotel.
Great.
Nobody laugh at that.
And you immediately laugh.
God damn it.
Well, I probably wouldn't have if you didn't say anything, but.
I know. You're gonna get him like a spray or something.
Just every time.
You know what we gotta do, Marty, on the dock?
What?
We gotta take the TISM test.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He's like, he's concerned. I know.
I think he knows.
Listen, I don't got it, but at least one of us in this row does.
It's not mine.
So the fire.
It might be 2 of us.
It might also be me. So the fire caused an estimated $10 million in damage, and Klein was convicted in 1982 of arson and murder, sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. The hotel was paid out $23 million settlement to the victims' families.
So that whole hotel caught fire and only 8 people died?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's
Pretty wild. So not a great start to the hotel's legacy, we'd say.
no.
No. But it's not all bad at the Westgate. Okay.
Is there another fire?
So another fire. No. So the resort used to welcome famous faces such as Barry Manilow, Liberace, Wayne Newton, and fucking Elvis goddamn Presley.
I thought you were gonna throw on just a random name.
And Steve Bills. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like just I don't know. I didn't know what was gonna happen there.
And Funkle Mc.
AKA the stabber.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, good old Funkle Mc Shitpants, aka aka the Goldfield Stabber.
Liberace and Unknown Man.
That's awesome. At the time of its opening, Westgate was, like I said, the largest hotel and casino in the world. 30 days later, the resort became home to one of the world's most popular entertainers, Elvis Presley. Oh. His appearance at the resort was advertised as his comeback tour, and there was great buzz about all around Las Vegas. The king of rock and roll performed 837 consecutive shows at the International Theater over 7 years.
Wow.
That sounds awful.
Multiple
Yeah.
a day.
Oh.
That just doesn't sound.
That's about 120 shows a year.
Jeez. Okay, maybe not. My math is terrible.
That's more than one show a day. That's 170 shows a year.
Yeah. His last performance at the Westgate was in December of 1976. Several months later, in the summer of 1977, he fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh. Elvis,
I
friend.
wonder what
and-
killed him.
Oh, dude, Joey.
It's probably library.
Bro, I'm so Joey didn't know.
I can't believe we had to tell you that.
I'm sorry.
Dude, Joey's dead. No, Joey's dead.
Joey's.
What?
You're dead.
Surprise.
You've been
You're
here
dead.
this whole time.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
You ever consider that this is part of like a schizophrenic break you're having and that none of this is real and that you're in fact a 40-year-old Asian woman sitting in a field?
That's what I told my Twitch audience last night. I'm all clip saying, bye, everybody. I love you.
Bye, everybody. I hope you're real. I hope you're real. Then everybody's like talking after stream and they're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Is he okay?
Yeah. So,
It's fine.
yeah.
He's probably
He's
okay.
fine.
I don't think we need a.
All the rest of
mental
your
health
your carvings are just cryptic messages. We're like, skin's not real, and you're like, what the fuck? What's going on, dude? So Elvis's friend and fellow performer Wade Newton got a phone call from the theater asking him to come and perform. Newton was hesitant. He considered that that's Elvis's stage. There's no way he could ever fill his shoes. Being sympathetic. After a couple months after Presley's death, Wayne Newton and his band created an Elvis medley, a tribute to his late friend. Before a show one evening, he was informed by one of the crew members that the balcony would be closed that night. Performers are usually made aware of this, so they don't attempt to acknowledge a crowd that isn't there. Just so you're not like, how you doing up there? Where are you from, sir? And then they're just like, is he okay? I don't think he's okay.
Oh, tough crowd tonight.
Yeah, get my
Just a bunch of deadbeats.
yeah, I gotta get my glasses checked. There's nobody in the theater. He's like,
Elaborate prank. Very
Yeah.
expensive prank.
Well, it's like when 50 Cent bought out all fucking Ja Rule's like first 10 rows,
Yeah.
and then just went to his concert and sat front and center,
Oh my god.
which is the funniest bit possible.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're still getting all that money, but nobody's gonna be there in those first 10 rows.
That's so funny.
And then it's just 50 Cent in the front. Such a fucking awesome prank. But this was like he gets his notification midway through his show. Newton called for the Elvis medley, and this was like the first time he performed it to an audience. While he sang, the theater lights fell, and only one spotlight was left on Newton. He retold the story like this. He was singing, the heat of the spotlight on his body. He looks up to see what the crowd thinks of his tribute. He casts a glance to the balcony, and he sees a man coming down to it. He thought it odd since they were supposed to be closed. Newton recognized the man almost immediately. It was his dear friend, Elvis Presley, on the balcony.
Falling down from the sky.
He's, oh shit! I'm just like,
The light fell on him.
I'm just like, yeah.
He was learning Newton's law.
Yeah.
Newton's law of falling down the fucking stairs.
Feels like a Duke Nukem fucking bit, dude.
I came here to chew ass and kick bubblegum when I'm all in ass.
He said that he looked him right in the eyes And Elvis just smiles at him, just peacefully.
Circus.
Yeah, he's like, come on down there. Come down there. It's pretty tight. Wayne says that this was his sign that Elvis enjoyed the performance and was appreciative of the memorial. Wayne Newton described the experience as one of the best moments in his life. Employees and visitors alike have seen Elvis's apparition on the casino floor and in the Tuscany suite. Apparently, the Tuscany sits where Elvis's suite used to be. He's always had a group of people traveling with him that always stay in the hotel with him after a show. Excuse me. Many people who stay in the villa report feeling a presence and even seeing his apparition or hearing his music drift through the area, even when there's no radio or television turned on.
There they go again.
I'm gonna have to do so much editing for this.
It's Elvis.
Yeah.
It's Elvis.
Elvis became 4 dogs in a trench coat, and they're all barking because someone's at the door.
That's all we can ever hope to be.
Yeah.
4 dogs in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many people wonder why Elvis would be sticking around for so long. The question can be answered when you realize that his comeback took place on the property. 837 shows he performed there with audiences from all over the world. The Westgate Resort Casino meant a lot to Elvis. And while Elvis may be the most famous person to have ever been spotted at the Westgate Casino Hotel, he is far from the only spectral inhabitant.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still talking about Westgate.
Oh.
Visitors to Westgate report strange happenings in the rooms as well as on elevators. One such occurrence reported by a longtime visitor to the hotel really drives home the point. The Westgate Resort and Casino is fucking haunted. Surprise, surprise. We're talking about it right now. The guests who prefer to remain anonymous stay at the Westgate with her 2 young children and her sister during a peak season in the springtime. The room was decently sized, had a pull-out couch for the kids to sleep on. It was like just, they were all just really excited. Everybody's having fun. They're in Vegas, just like, we're in Elvis. This is like Elvis's hotel. Everybody's stoked. Everything's going great. The vacation was in full swing. The family's, everybody's jazzed up. And after a full day of just going out, exploring, they retire back to the room for some relaxation before another jam-packed schedule the next day. While one of the women was in the shower, she saw a person's silhouette outside the curtain. Assuming it was her sister, she ignored it until the water to the shower turned off.
Oh.
She turned to the spout, and she noticed a hand pulling out from the curtain as if it had reached in and shut the water off. Which is fucking spooky.
I don't like that.
Like, you're just like, rather than your hair, and you're like, the fuck? Turn around, and then there's this like, and this handless hand fucking pulls itself back.
Did you say a handless hand? Is that what you said?
Huh?
Did you say a handless hand?
No, I said this hand
Just
is like,
Oh.
yeah.
His handless hand.
So
To me, out of all the ghosts, the bathtub ghosts are the most scary.
it's pretty spooky.
When you're most vulnerable.
Yeah, when you're butt naked. Yeah, dude, that's pretty.
If you get spooked, you just
That's
slip.
That's why whenever I take a shower, dude, I carry a 38.
Yep.
No ghost didn't catch me lacking.
But that shower goes.
Yeah. So she does something natural reaction. She fucking rips the curtains open to find out who did that.
Yeah.
Only to find that she's alone.
It was Wayne Newton.
It was not Wayne Newton. Later that night, after the kids had gone to bed, she consulted with her sister and asked if she had turned the water off as a prank. She hadn't, but she'd act when walking walking the halls with the kids to get some of their excess energy out before bed. She was alone in the room at the time. Both women were stunned, but didn't let their fears show to the children. However, as you learn, children already knew of the spirit that was plaguing the room.
Surprise.
Yeah. Later that night, one of the kids piped up and asked, "Can ghosts hurt you?" Both women's eyes fucking shoot open because they're like,
funny you mention that.
"Excuse me, bitch." One of the women asked why. Huh?
So what the fuck?
Yeah. One of the women asked why he was asking such a question, and he replied what shook them to their fucking cores. He says, "Because there's a man in the bathroom, but he disappeared. I think he's a ghost."
And this right here is why I'm hesitant to have children, because if a kid ever fucking says that to me, I'm done.
They're going out the window.
I'm clocking out of this life. I'm done.
Yeah.
Kids, if you're watching this now, you know what to say to most people in general. Just make sure you remember that and say it to everyone you know.
Say it to every single adult you ever meet.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, like my niece and nephew have never said anything creepy. They just are just complete savages.
They just sometimes are creepy.
Yeah. My niece used to do this thing where especially when she was younger, she had long hair, but she would pull her hair over her face like this, and she would just go. And I remember being like, I'm gonna fucking kick you in the face. And you were there for that.
Yeah.
I was like, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna kick you in the face. And then she's like, and I'm like,
it runs off.
I was like, I'm gonna kick you in the face as hard as I can.
Kids are mostly ghosts.
Yeah. Needless to say, the family packed up and went to stay in another hotel, and even when a different room was offered free of charge, they declined against it, refusing to spend another night with the spirits of Westgate. A spooky review, but is all the resort haunted or just a few rooms? Could these spirits be those of, 8 folks who passed away in the fires so long ago? Are they trapped at the resort? Regardless, the Westgate Resort and Casino has a long history to fill the entire Las Vegas Strip. It's fucking haunted. Is Elvis still there? Is he fat Elvis ghost, or is he fucking hot bod, leather body fucking Elvis dude? Because I kind of hope it's that one. With that, we arrive at our final location, and my personal favorite.
Oh,
Wait, can I guess?
do you know it?
I will give you a little bit of information before you can guess.
Wait, let me just guess before the information.
Okay, you can guess. I'm not going to answer.
Alright.
Is it the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum?
Located at 600 East Charleston Boulevard, this historic 1938 30-bedroom mansion is noted to being the most haunted places in Nevada, if not one of the most haunted places in the fucking world. A place full of the most vile, disturbing entities, artifacts, and experiences. Welcome to Zach Bagans, the Haunted Museum.
Yeah, I knew it.
I was right.
Speaking of, I want to go
It
back
gives
there.
me fucking chills when I start thinking about this place.
I want to go back there so bad.
Yeah, hold on. Hold your thoughts.
No.
Yes.
They're gone.
No, too bad. The 13,000 square foot property built in 1938 was originally owned by a prominent businessman, Cyril S. Through? Yeah, sure. Why not? Cyrus S. Why is it? Oh, it's because I didn't put another dot. I'm stupid. Cyrus S. Through the years, hostile spirits, family members who passed away there, and their energy remains, have been rumored to roam the halls, terrorizing past occupants. Dark rituals that took place in the home's basement during the 1970s, also verified by the home's past owners. Zach Bagans describes his museum as, quote, the spirits of the mansion called to him to put this paranormal puzzle together. Waivers are mandatory due to the countless amounts of dark activity occurring to guests on a daily basis. Paranormal enthusiasts visiting Zach Bagans' The Haunted Museum venture down creepy winding hallways, secret passages into more than 30 rooms that rival scenes from any Hollywood horror films, setting the stage for frightening facts about each paranormal piece, such as the Dybbuk box, known to possess one of the world's most powerful demons.
This is all in Vegas.
This is all in Vegas. The vintage.
I feel like if I had an establishment in Vegas, I would just make everyone sign a waiver too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good point.
There's too many kids and ghosts.
Yeah, I believe.
I don't want to be
I
responsible for any of that shit.
18 plus at the Haunted Museum, is it
I
not?
think it might be 18 plus.
It's either 18 plus or it's 16 plus with parental.
I think that's what it
You
is.
don't want them touching.
Yeah.
Dybbuk box.
No touch, bro.
You can't touch the Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
Like
No.
it's fucking.
It's off limits.
Yes. So the vintage wine cabinet inspired the movie The Possession is said to house a malicious spirit. Shortly following its arrival, mysterious protruding holes began to appear in the walls around the artifact as if something was trying to break out within the exhibit. A Las Vegas marketing executive and the Bagans both witnessed a black-cloaked figure pass through the exhibit's closed door during a private tour. This has also been seen by multiple guests and staff at the museum.
Stabber.
Yeah, it's not the stabber. It's definitely a fucking demon. It's literally a Jewish demon. That's what a Dybbuk box is. Among the hundreds of terrifying possessions, museum goers can even peek inside the VW death van, which Dr. Jack Kevorkian ended the suffering of terminally ill patients, as well as a close-up look at the profile wall chair from Michael Jackson's death room. Perhaps the most unsettling is the original staircase from the Indiana Demon House, notorious for its powerful paranormal activity, which had been demolished in 2014 and was soon scattered across the U.S. so it can never be rebuilt. The wooden banister and creaky steps from the house now stands in a dimly lit corner, resting on a blanket of dirt from the foundation. During its installation, a group of construction workers ran out of the building and never came back because of what they experienced. Now, here comes the part where we talk our stories from Zach Bagans.
Yeah.
I have been to Zach Bagans Haunted Museum a few times, and especially the first time I went, I was definitely more in tune paranormally, where I do not really ESP, but like kind of guided meditation where I'm trying to gather the information around me. It's very spiritual, whatever. And I remember sitting in the lobby. You're in a lobby and they just have like some random artifact. It's very creepy, very macabre. And you're sitting there waiting for your tour, and I sit down and I have my ghost hunting team shirt on because I'm a fucking nerd and we have shirts. And I just started getting this burning feeling from my right hand side, almost like someone was holding like a fucking hairdryer to my face. And I just remember pointing.
And there was a kid pointing a hairdryer to your face.
No. I remember pointing.
Like two midgets.
It's like, God damn it. Yeah. No, I remember pointing and to that direction towards a certain corner of the house. I'd never been in the house before, but I remember just pointing to a certain corner and being like, whatever is in that corner, it's on the first floor. It's going to be on the right-hand side of that door. Whatever is in there is fucking pissed. I don't know why I got that feeling. I don't know what made me think of that it was there. But we begin to do our tour, and I experience a whole myriad of paranormal phenomena. I see like shadows. I experience like general cold spots, but I was like, maybe that could be a practical effect, whatever, just trying to debunk shit as a ghost hunter. And we went into like Ed Gein's room, for example, where they have a cauldron, which is the same cauldron when Ed Gein fucking cut open the bodies, their guts would fall into this cauldron. Oh. They have that cauldron. And just prior to us being there, they had shot a live special where they used it for black magic to try to summon the spirit of Ed Gein, which is obviously a fucking super smart idea. And
that's what I do.
I remember leaning over and looking into the cauldron and seeing the blood spots where this had happened. And I remember trying to pull back and I couldn't stand up, almost like I was stuck in this position just staring into it. My best friend is next to me and he begins to start panicking, and he keeps saying somebody's grabbing my legs because he's feeling actual physical fingers grabbing onto both legs. And he tries to shake it off and the hand will grab back on over and over again. And all of a sudden everybody starts coughing, and it's the smell of rotten flesh, like just full human decomp. And I can't move, and I start sweating, like hardcore sweating, like I've been standing in the sun all day. And the fucking tour guide's like, we got to get out of here, pulls everybody out. Fucking Zach Bagans shows up, and he's like, yep, fuck that, locks the door. He's like, I'll tell everybody else, stay the fuck away from this door. And I was like, okay, maybe the smell could have been like whatever. It could have been an effect, whatever.
Yeah.
I've been on the tour since. That's not a fucking effect. That's not just something that just happens on that tour. It's not supposed to happen.
That room didn't smell like that the last time we went.
I'm glad.
It's super great. But when we get to finish the first tour, we end up on this first floor, and I had been the first one in every single room by that point. Big brave dog, ghost hunter. Because everybody's like, go in there first. I'm like, whatever, dude, let's go. Like, just you're fine. Like, well, we're not fine, but we're surrounded by the most haunted objects in the world. But it's fine. And we go, and I went into this room, and it's the only room that's marked with a crucifix above it. Walk into this room, and it was the first time that I'd walked into a room throughout the 30 rooms that I didn't feel anything, and I thought that was really weird. It was like this very neutral nothingness. And I remember seeing all this stuff and I go, oh, this is the Indiana Demon House room. Because I had just seen the documentary. And I was like, this is super fucking neat. Like, that's the same staircase. And like, that's this thing. And like, just like kind of nerding out. And more people will start kind of slowly creeping into the room, and they're like, whoa, it's fucking creepy, you know, but he's all freaked out. And I'm like, man, this is really cool. I'm just kind of just enjoying myself. And then all of a sudden, something in the back of my brain goes, if you don't leave this room right now, you're going to die. If you don't leave right in this moment, something is going to get you, and you're never going to get out of this room. And I had to fucking leave. I literally like almost clawed my way fucking out of that room. And the tour guide was sitting in a chair, and she goes, that's why I don't go to that room either. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But it's haunted. It's fun. You should go visit.
Sounds great.
I don't generally like pick up on things like that. Like, kind of just here. I don't got a lot going on. I'm just here, you know? And the basement is the one that got me.
Oh, yeah.
We were, because they're like, listen, it was like only the VIPs were going down there. Because you have your like special package that you can do, see more things. And I was like, fuck it. I'm a big brave dog. I got this. I got this.
You see what I spawn, like what I cause? Because I'm like, oh, don't be a fucking pussy, Taylor.
I'm like,
Go down into the fucking basement where satanic rituals have occurred.
I was like, I can
Documented.
fucking do this.
Got this.
I can do this.
Yeah.
I've gone into every room, even the fucking goddamn fucking clown bullshit.
Yeah, there's a whole clown area that's super fun.
Hated it. Thank you. And so I go down. I'm like, I got this. It's dark. There's no lights.
Well, there's minimum lighting.
Like
It's very dark.
You can't really see much of anything. And like we're walking, and there's just one spot where somehow it feels darker. Like you look at it and you're like, no. It like looks darker than the rest of the entire place. Mm-hmm. And I'm like trying to go. I think you were in front of me.
I was in front of you.
I like was like, you gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta go.
So we're at the end of the episode, obviously, but I get these. I've been ghost hunting a long time, and I get these things that my psychic medium friend, who I'm very skeptical of psychic mediums unless I can kind of prove it with scientific technology. Yeah. And my psychic medium friend, I've verified that what he's experiencing, I can actually record with data. He's a fucking G, and I love that guy. It's really fascinating phenomenon, but he gets these things called flashes, which is just like a fraction of a second you see something and you get that visual information. It's like tapping into that next dimension, third eye bullshit. And I get those too sometimes, especially if I'm in a really haunted place and I try to open myself up. And before we went down there, I was standing next to you. We're standing at the basement steps waiting to go down. Yeah. And the tour guide had an assistant tour guide with her who was like new, and she was the one doing the tour. Yeah. And like the senior tour guide was like, yeah, good job. Make sure, like just, encouraging her, like things like that. And I looked up, and behind her was a fucking body which looked like someone like put a shotgun under his shin and fucking butterflied himself. But it was all rotten, and it was just standing there like this behind her for like a fraction of a second. And I was like, what the fuck? I remember turning to you and being like, I just saw this thing. And you're like, shut the fuck up. Like,
shut the fuck up.
And I'm like,
we gotta go downstairs.
And I wasn't like, I was kind of spooked about going down to the basement, but I was like, it's it's probably not be any worse than like any of the other ones, Dude, whatever's down there, dude, is fucking bad. Because when I first went there years ago, when they first opened up the Haunted Museum, they fucking didn't let people down there at all. Like at all. They like Zach was like, and all the like investors and shit were like locked and fucking deadbolt that shit. No staff, no security, nobody. Yeah. Unless you're the owner. Nobody go down there. And then, of course, they're like, let's let VIPs down there.
I'm not one to, like, run.
Yeah.
I'm not one to, like, get spooked like that. Like, I'll get spooked sometimes, but not to the point where I'm like, I need to fucking go. You need to go, because I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen very often. I think it's happened once before when I was a lot younger. I was, like, at my dad's warehouse that he worked at, and there was a fucking loud-ass bang, and I went running. Like, it hit the warehouse door so hard that it, like, rattled.
Oh, yeah.
And then my dad tried to replicate it and couldn't hit it hard enough. And so that's the only time that I, like, truly, like, ran right up until that fucking basement. Then I was
Yeah.
like, we gotta fucking go because I don't know what's there, but I don't want to fuck with it.
There's something down there. But that concludes Nevada's Most Haunted. And for the love of God, go visit the Haunted Museum.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
It's very fun. It's very spooky.
Did everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
For
lot
the
more
love of
clowns
God, go
there than I
burn
thought.
down your closest Nevada town.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get some of that library paste.
Get some of that library paste and burn down your fucking town. Well, Joe, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
That's fantastic. We're happy to have you. These episodes usually don't run 2 hours. They usually an hour and a half. A lot of tangents talking about library paste and unknown mans.
It's just a laptop episode. We can fit so many clowns in this episode.
Usually there's a subtitle to all these episodes. It's usually some sort of bit. I think it's going to be clowns and library paste.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Chester,
Unknown.
did you have fun?
I endorse this episode.
Kill. By library paste, kill.
Chester. Yeah, he's great. Thanks so much for joining us on Hot Scrapes and Omens. You can follow us on Instagram at HGOPodcast, TikTok at HGOPodcast, and you can fucking email us at HGOPodcast@gmail.com. Surprise, surprise. Look at that. Very streamlined. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. I Hunt the Haunted. And I'm going to pass it off to our guest.
Hi, my name's Joey. You can find me pretty much all of my weird, wonderful things that I do, because I'm a weird guy and I make weird, wonderful things, at edwardsartanddesign.com. I make spooky wire sculpture. That's like kind of like taxidermy. I call cryptodermia. And I carve I spend way too much time carving pumpkins, and you can find pretty much all of that at my website. You can find me across different social medias at Joey Edwards with 3s instead of E's, because I thought that would be a good idea a long time ago, and it stuck. And otherwise, you could find all the things there, I'm sure. Thank you.
Yeah, and all of that will be in the description as well, so you can follow the links. Go buy his fucking art, goddammit.
Yeah, check it out. And
Yeah.
I'll be at Monster Palooza this summer and Midsummer Scream.
And
So,
Midsummer Scream,
check
dude.
it out.
Super exciting. Taylor?
Hi. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lunar Thrill. That's all I got. You can also follow Spirit at Spirit the Tarv on Instagram. I gotta decide on photos, but once I have her professional photos back, there'll be those being posted. So,
Hell yeah.
Martine,
You don't want to follow me.
follow Marty at Ghetto Feather.
Yeah. Marty doesn't want to do
Instagram
the work.
and TikTok.
If you follow him, just make sure you breathe heavily.
Yeah.
Just follow him. Follow him online. Follow
You
him
think
in
that?
person.
You think that's bad,
like,
dude? Our other host for the other podcast gave his fucking phone number out.
Yeah, last
last episode. So by the time this comes out, the next doc episode that comes out, Charles's phone number is going to be on that. I want you guys to watch that, and I want you to fucking call him.
Yeah. Listen.
Call him, put it up in bathrooms.
Yeah,
you know what
fuck
to
it.
do.
Who cares?
put it up in the
Listen
truck
to
stop
sign up.
bathrooms.
Sign
Yeah.
him up for mailing lists.
You know.
Oh my god, that's like hell.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
love-
Remember, you can just text phone
At
numbers
truck
too. so
stops.
just-
Huh?
You know, Loves.
Yeah.
The, like truck stops. Just go ride it in their bathroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everybody had fun, and what a fucking wild ride Nevada is.
Yeah, this is great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome back anytime, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, remember to stay spooky
Stay haunted.
and don't eat library paste.
Or do.
Or do. Bye.
Bye.